Welcome to What's the Word? I'm your host, Darnell Kirkwood. Today we got a local legend, Brandon Knight here. Brandon, tell us about what you got going, what you've been doing this last couple of weeks with working out with the NBA and NBA draft and things like that.
I just basically been trying to prepare myself for the workouts that I have in the future, so that I can be in the best position to go in the draft and make sure I'm picked up by a good team. So the last couple of months I've just been preparing and working hard basically.
All right. Well, they said I think it's BleacherReport.com. They said in the last couple of weeks your stock has risen. Like, what have you done these last couple of weeks to make that stock rise, man?
Nothing. Sometimes sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're not. So basically the way I ended the season, on a high point as far as leading my team to a Final Four with another group of great guys, and that really just started to rise. And then during workouts, people saw how hard I worked and continued to rise after that.
Okay. Is there any team that you would like to go to? I mean, when I was looking at the draft and all that, and I was playing basketball, I wanted to go to the Chicago Bulls. They doing their thing right now.
Yeah.
Is there any team you would like to go to?
It's not a particular team. I just want to go to a place where I can fit in, where I can contribute, and where I can make an impact.
Okay. Well, see, I mean, as an athlete, as myself, you played at Pinecrest at the high school level, but the competition is good, especially when your senior year, you played all over, you played teams all over. What was the biggest difference, Kentucky, on a big level like that from Pinecrest?
The biggest thing I would say was just basically just adjusting to me playing the point guard position.
Okay.
In high school, I could shoot whenever I wanted to. There was really no structure.
Okay.
Once I got to the college game, that's when structure really became a part of my game, as far as when to pass, when not to pass, and just the certain situations that I was put in.
Right. But it's cool though. The thing I like about you, which I think a lot of people are starting to know, you a smart brother. So NBA is a groovy thing, you know what I mean? But you could do other things, like besides, like if you wasn't playing ball, what would you say you would be?
To be honest with you, I want to do something like open up my own physical therapy type of place. People come in, get rehab, treatment and stuff like that, because I'm real interested in the human body and how it works, how it adapts to certain things and how it adjusts to certain things. That's really interesting to me.
I actually like that. I like that a lot. Now, let's get more on the personal side. Like, what's your favorite color?
Definitely blue or black, one of the two.
Blue or black?
Yeah.
All right, so in the music sense, I know on your iPod, who would be all on your iPod?
Lil Wayne, of course, Drake, and Young Jeezy hasn't come out with a lot of stuff lately, but definitely Jeezy too.
So you like the cats with metaphors and stuff like that. You like any singers? Or you ain't into that?
Singers, I like, I'm not a big singer person, but name some off the top of your head real quick.
Like Miguel is fresh right now. You like Miguel?
Yeah, one of his songs is alright.
Lloyd, Trey Songz, he's definitely
no homo. I like Trey Songz.
Okay.
R&B tip.
Yeah.
Trey Songz and Chris Brown is straight.
Okay, so if you actually say, I don't know if you got a girl or anything right now. Do you have a girl?
No.
So if you chilling with girls, would you play the rap or would you play the R&B?
I'll mix it up. Sometimes there's a time for that. And sometimes there isn't.
Yeah. But I know you train a lot. So do you even get time for social life, or do you even make that time?
You have to have kind of a social life. You want to focus on basketball, but you can't be all about basketball. You gotta have a life outside of basketball, because basketball stops at a certain point. So
that's interesting that you say that, because they talk about some of these like elite athletes, and a lot of them are no disrespect to whoever, you know what I mean, but they say a lot of them are corny because they don't make that time for social gathering.
You can only do basketball for a certain amount of time.
Right.
If you can't stay in the gym all day,
you
can't lift weights all day, you can't work on your body all day. So what do you do in that spare time? That's when your social life kicks in. Whatever you do in your social time, whatever I do, that's what you do.
So was there a player that you looked up to growing up?
Definitely, I watched Tim Hardaway a lot.
For real?
Because just being from the area.
Okay.
Tim Hardaway, and I watched the Heat, so I just like the Heat plays. And definitely Dwayne Wade in the past couple years. When I was in high school, just watching him a whole lot.
I actually can see that comparison. Right now, actually, on the comparison tip, Bleacher Report again got you compared with Tyreek Evans and Jason Terry. What do you think about that?
Both great players. You know, for me to be compared to any NBA player,
right,
I feel is a great accomplishment. But you know, I like to focus on myself. I watch a lot of players, to be honest with you.
Right.
And I try to take bits and pieces of what they do well, and try to focus that into my game.
Okay, well, just a couple more questions, man. One is, okay, if you get picked up by the NBA, right? That's a different status now. You know what I mean? That's a national or worldwide status. You will have an influential ability about you, which you already have, but it's on a different level. What are you planning on doing with that influential impact?
Just to be honest with you, just touching people spiritually. Letting them know my faith. That's one of my main things. And also just being a good role model. Whether you know it or not, a lot of kids look up to athletes. Whether we want to, deny that or accept that, that's something that we have to deal with. And my main goal is to make sure I'm a good role model, because I think that plays a big part of how kids grow up and just how they see their role models, what they emulate. So.
Man, I really appreciate you saying that. I agree with you 100%. I feel like you're going to make that happen. All right, so the last question is for youth and young adult out there that are trying to pursue their dreams. You know what I mean? That's a process, and people get discouraged. They do a lot of things. You've overcome a lot of things, and now you're going to a new level. Like, what kind of advice do you have for youth and young adults?
Just whatever you put your mind to, keep God first. That's first off, and just be persistent. If you want to get better at something, do it every day. Make sure you're working at it every day. To get better at something, you got to put a lot of repetition in. So whether that be dribbling, shooting, whatever your craft is, you got to make sure you do a lot of it and do it every day. Be persistent. Don't do it one day. Take 2 days off and go back to it. Do it every day so you keep getting better.
Man, I really appreciate you, man. We appreciate you here on What's the Word, and we appreciate you taking this time, and we wish you all the luck in the world. I can't wait to see you, man. See you ball it up. Thanks very much. That's it. What's the Word with Brandon Knight. Over and out.